Hello, everyone. I wanted to make an updated video on EDTA Disodium and my journey with that supplement. I recently have received a lot of questions and comments about that particular supplement. So I wanted to make this video to answer your questions, how I take it, why I'm taking it, and how I supplement with trace minerals. So let's just dive right into it. All right, so on my EDTA Disodium journey, I've been on the supplement for about a year now, give or take a few months. And there is no question that it was the most effective supplement that I've used this year. This particular supplement, I saw the most benefits than any of the other supplements that I'm on or tried. So in part of the questions to me that you guys were asking, how much do I take and when do I take it? So all right, so my journey with EDTA started a little bit differently than most. When a doctor asked me to try it, I was probably at my worst health, and really things were just continuing to go downhill at the time that I started EDTA. And how it was explained to me is that it's an over-the-counter supplement. You do not need a prescription, and it's also the strongest chelator that we have that we can get without a prescription. All right, so how I mix the supplement, I either get it in powder form or I get it in capsule form. I take a few of the capsules, like 4 to 6 capsules, or a teaspoon of the powder, and I mix it in a typical water bottle size, and I keep it on my counter all of the time. So every morning when I wake up, I take one sip of the water, and that is it. Now, you're supposed to be able to cycle on and off of EDTA Disodium because it also removes the good minerals in our body, like copper, iron, to name a few. However, in my particular case, when I tried to cycle off of the EDTA, my symptoms come back so profoundly that I have to get back on the EDTA. So a typical person should be able to get on the EDTA Disodium, cycle on for 6 weeks, and then cycle off for 2 weeks. However, I haven't been able to do that at all. I can only go without it 1 to 2 days before the symptoms get so bad again that I just have to get back on the EDTA Disodium. However, I have a little bit of a different case. It's been discovered that I did have a medical device that was constantly leaching heavy metals into my body at a rapid pace. Now, in my case in particular, they wanted me to try the EDTA Disodium at a very small pace with a very diluted amount. And the reasoning behind that is because my health at the time was so poor, they didn't want to make any major adjustments that were good or bad or whatever it was, because my body just couldn't take it at that time. So my dose of EDTA that I'm taking orally is an extremely small amount. And remember, when we take EDTA Disodium orally, only 5% or less is actually being ingested into the body. It's poorly digested. So we're getting very small amounts. Now, for me, I noticed improvements on day 1 of taking EDTA Disodium, but I didn't realize at the time how much heavy metals I had in my body. And my goal is to be able to cycle on and off 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off. However, I haven't been able to do that yet. I can only go 1 or 2 days. So if you can cycle off and you don't get extremely ill or sick from it, then you're supposed to cycle on for 6 weeks, off for 2 weeks. And during those 2 weeks, you should be supplementing with trace minerals. Now, let me back up just a little bit. When we take EDTA Disodium, it not only removes the bad heavy metals, but also the good. I take EDTA Disodium every single morning on an empty stomach, and I don't eat or drink anything else for the first 2 hours after I've taken that supplement. So it was explained to me to take it on an empty stomach and then not eat or drink for 2 hours after. Now, this is the easiest for me to do if I take it in the morning when I first wake up. So I have the EDTA Disodium mixed in a water bottle right beside my bed. And as soon as I open my eyes, I take 1 swallow and then I start getting ready for the day. And I'm not eating or drinking anything for about 2 hours after that. Something else that I'm doing is I'm supplementing with trace minerals. I will put the link to the one that I am using. It's by Klair Labs. And I'm taking trace minerals around noon so that the EDTA Disodium has had enough time to do its work. It has cleared my system, and now I'm bringing the trace minerals that are good for us back into my body. Now, during all of this, I am running blood work, and we are checking for nutritional deficiencies because it can cause a nutritional deficiency, and you should be running blood work while you are taking this supplement. I personally have not had nutritional deficiencies that were related to the supplement, and I'm continuing to take it every day for a year. By setting up when you take it and when you're eating and making sure it's on an empty stomach, and then supplementing your trace minerals is the safest way that we can take this product at this time. I would encourage you to talk to your doctor about it, but be aware that they probably won't know anything about it. The functional med doctors and the different doctors that I've talked to, as far as their knowledge goes on removing heavy metals, it's been eat more cilantro, have more herbs, go sit in a sauna, sweat out the heavy metals. But my case was so severe that none of that was working at all. And I just wanted to get a piece of my life back. This supplement as a chelator has been the strongest that I have found to do the job the best. And I have gotten pieces of my life back. My health has improved, and I've been able to make some really big steps in that direction this entire year because of that supplement. However, my doctors have not always understood what it is or what it's doing, and it's beyond their scope. I'm currently searching for a doctor that understands heavy metals and people that have been affected by them. However, I have not found that doctor yet. So for me, EDTA Disodium has been the biggest game changer for me and my supplements this year to help me get my health back on track. However, I am taking a very small dose in very small portions every single day. In my particular case, I can't go 1 to 2 days without it, without harming my health at this time. And if I was able to cycle on and off, I would. In fact, in the next month, I'm going to try to cycle on and off again just to see if my body is able to handle it, because I have solved some of my heavy metal issues and I should have less heavy metals in my system. All right, that's answering most of the questions that I've gotten recently about my EDTA journey. And that's also my update of being on the supplement for a solid year, taking very little breaks on the supplement. If you have any more EDTA Disodium questions, let me know in the comments, and I'm more than happy to answer them. And I'll see you guys in the next video.